What was a time in which a date was going well, but the other person ruined it? 1. Went on a date with a guy and we had some playful banter. Before our date he asked me about what I was into, so I told him I liked being choked. When we met up in the parking lot, dude immediately puts me in a WWE chokehold in broad daylight, presumably thinking my pants were gonna drop right then and there. 2. We had dinner and all was going well, and we were wandering down the dark sidewalk engaged in conversation, when she walked straight into a signpost that neither of us noticed. I let out one nervous laugh before I could stop it, and she accused me of engineering the event for my amusement. 3. She got jealous because I was nice to the waitress. 4. I was out with a guy having a lovely time and he made a comment about a copper bangle bracelet I was wearing. I told him that it was really special to me. I got it during my semester abroad in South Africa from a local. It was a solid copper band, but in the middle there was copper wire woven around. He asked to take a closer look, so I took it off and handed it to him. He then snapped it in half, thinking the copper wire was a spring. I was visibly upset and he said that it was a sign that I needed to move on from my trip and stop living in the past. I never spoke to him again. 5. Having a great time, laughing. She rubbed her melons on me and played with her hair. Then after a few more laughs she said I reminded her of her brother. Nuff said. 6. Like the first 80% of it was a nice, awkward but cute first date. Then at the end she pulled out her phone and started fighting with people on Twitter and narrating all of it. It was a long drive back. 7. Not me but a friend of mine. This was when we were around 23 years old. She had a first date with a guy. They were meeting at a restaurant for dinner. She gets there and sees not only him but 2 other people at the table. Turns out he invited his parents to their date. So she, of course, excused herself to go to the bathroom and then just bounced. Talk about awkward. I have never laughed so hard as when she recounted her evening. 8. Our first date was amazing. I still reminisce about how incredible that night was and how incredible I thought my life was about to become. But the afternoon before what was supposed to be our second date, I got a voicemail. I know you went out with my fiancée last night. I'm not mad at you. I'm sure you didn't know I existed. But I do, and I'd appreciate it if you stopped seeing her. I successfully purchased an in-demand Magic the Gathering set that sold out immediately. He's super bummed because he wanted them, and they're way too expensive to buy individually from resellers. A friend of mine is helping to talk him out of buying any individual cards, since he's getting a full set for his birthday next week. 2. That I've paid for his childhood friend that he hasn't seen for 10 years to come over this weekend from Europe. He thinks I'm nagging at him to sort the guest bedroom because my parents are coming to town. 3. That I'm shopping for an engagement ring, which she knows, but she doesn't know when I'm gonna buy it, or pop the question or how, and I know she'll eventually see this message and start to worry. Maybe I already bought it. Maybe it's in your purse. 4. That I already have a plan set up to accidentally order food to one of his best friend's houses a couple times a month. He's a great friend of ours, and he struggles with hunger because of financial problems. I want to make sure he eats. 5. I have a list of details about her: birthday, shoe size, clothing, favorite colors, food preferences, mom's name, as well as ideas for gifts and things. She's probably seen it over my shoulder, and that's fine, but I would never directly show it to her since it's nice to be able to have certain things she's said or talked about in passing ready for gift searches, and little surprise planning. I used to feel like it felt like cheating not to just have all of this stuff in my head, but I'm getting older and I'm busy. Why not have a little tool to help me be a better partner? 6. That I join all the anonymous confession groups in my area on Facebook, and read the messed up stories people post about their lives, true or not, to get a secret fix of drama that is otherwise not present in my life. 7. Where my chocolate stash is. 8. That I feel lonely in my own house. Just a paycheck and a dude to fix things. Struggling to communicate. 9. That those, not new plants over there, are in fact new plants over there. 10. I have only one checking account with the bank that I got my mortgage through, and I direct deposit just enough into it to cover the payments each month. However, I put an extra $10 per paycheck into that account and use it as an emergency snack fund so that on rare occasions I can sneakily get a fun snack or drink without my wife knowing. Not that she would care. I do still use our joint credit card for snacks like that sometimes. It just makes me feel like I can have something for myself that I don't have to share, like it feeds my inner child in a way. 11. That the sundae I bought from Baskin-Robbins was for her and that I wasn't saving it for later in the fridge when I got back from visiting my parents. 12. All the evidence that I've been gathering over the past several months about her cheating. I'm saving it all for a special occasion.